Hello, this is Matthew Woodall and David Vargas for our capstone project, which was Illinois during the Cenozoic era. In the beginning of the Cenozoic era in Illinois was right after the asteroid impact that wiped out all major species, which included dinosaurs. Illinois was left in a tropical forest state, which was covered in many short, shallow bodies of water, and it was very hot and humid. A lot of animals that covered Illinois, which were very minimal, were animals like gastropods like this, squid-like, snail-like animals. There are also oysters in the short bodies of water. There are also mackerel. There are also clams in the short bodies of water. There are also mackerel shark who were feasting on the mackerel. And it left us in a tropical state, which left us under many short bodies of water, like so. And it was very hot and humid. And as the Cenozoic era progressed in Illinois, plants started developing into flowers and plants like we would see today in Illinois. Temperatures were starting to decrease and it was starting to become a little more dry, but it was still very hot and humid. But it was, as time was going on, it was starting to decrease and it was becoming less humid. As we got into the more recent stages of the Cenozoic era, which stretched from 66 million years ago to our present day, we started about 12,000 years ago in Illinois. We started to see early human-like hunters who were hunting the animals that we had here. Even later on, as we got into an environment that wasn't so friendly for the animals that we had millions and millions of years ago, hunting animals became a thing to hunt many of these animals, and it would cause them mass extinctions, like the mastodons, which were a smaller woolly mammoth. Then there were things like saber-toothed tigers. These were the examples of humans about 12,000 years ago. They were hunting animals. This was an early mastodon. These are what mastodons look like before they were eventually taken out. They were a small woolly mammoth-like structure. Giant ground sloths have been roaming Illinois for about 8 million years. Up until about that point, this is what they looked like. Then there were the saber-toothed cats, which were one of the first examples of human poachers who wiped these animals out. This is what they looked like. Obviously, they look different than other two. Then there were the dire wolves who roamed Illinois for about 125,000 years ago to about 5,000 years ago. This is what they looked like. Then, which brings us to the present day, which we are covered in much farmland like this. Farmland like that. Come on, focus. Farmland like that. And we also have many cities. Illinois is much flatter and much cooler now, which we have obvious seasons now. Like winter is cold, summer is hot, spring is cool, fall is cool. And now we have big neighborhoods, big cities. We're habited by 300 million, not 300 million, a lot of people. And we have neighborhoods, cities, towns, and we're only covered in small bodies of water like lakes, rivers. Like an example here is Fox River. And we are covered like in Chicago, which is a mass populated city in Illinois. And that brings us to current day. So we're much flatter, less bodies of water. That is the history of the Cenozoic era of Illinois, which is 66 million years ago to now, by David Vargas and Matthew Woodall.